was stuck between my grandmother's life and my own nightmare.
Blood in my pink panties. Pink blood on my sheets.
He crumbled me into pieces.
That wasn't no way to treat no wife, even if I was like carpet.
I wanted to be loved.
All kinds of shoes. Got to walk on a woman's chest. Boots, dress shoes, sneakers, cleats too. There was hardly no more love left in me. I was married to him too long.
If loving you was just a dream, then let me rest forever. It's just me and you and right now, baby. Will you be the one? Will you be the one? Will you be the one to take my heart away?
Welcome, guys. Today is our pilot show for I.Am.She podcast. I am one of your hosts, Black Roses, and we have my co-host here. Introduce yourself. Take your mic off mute.
Kay D, how are you guys?
All right, guys, we're just starting this podcast. This is our pilot show. So we're going to introduce ourselves. I'll start first. My name is Crystal, but I like to go by Black Roses. I am a mother of one to a beautiful son. He's almost 19. I enjoy hanging out, going to events, doing things with my friends. I enjoy family time as well. I just like to be outside. I'm adventurous. I'm a bubbly person. I have a great personality. I like being out in the elements and meeting new people and doing new things. KD, you want to go?
Yeah, hi, I'm Kay D. And a little bit about myself is I have 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. Yeah, I know. I am married. I've been married to my husband for about 12 years. A little bit about myself. I am a student going back to school for computer science. Also, I have a part-time business, just doing music. On my downtime, I just like to kind of travel a little bit. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. I love trying new things.
Okay. Well, today, guys, we're just going to get a little topics out there, talk about a few things, just get a feel of what everybody likes, and hopefully everybody will tune in. We're going to start off by talking about relationships. We're going to talk about relationships, whether toxic versus healthy. Okay? So, me personally, I've been in a toxic relationship. I've been a toxic person. I know what it's like. I am currently in a healthy relationship. We have our ups and our downs, but we get along very fine. Shout out to my baby. But we get along very well. Sometimes we butt heads, but I don't believe we're toxic. I do believe that I have toxic ways. I can do things to make him be like, you know what? I'm about to snap. And vice versa. I'm a big on communication. I like for him to tell me things that are going on. How does he feel? What makes him feel that way? I like for him to just, overall I'm not used to having adult conversations in a relationship. So for my relationship, I came into this new relationship wanting to be more personable, um wanting to be more personable, wanting to understand what makes my partner tick. Why? What did I say to upset you, and vice versa. Um, as far as the healthy aspect of it, I feel like that has a lot to do with the communication is so big in a relationship. You have to communicate your feelings, your thoughts. Even if it has anything to do with your relationship, if it's just you and like, baby, I'm not feeling well today. Why are you not feeling this way? I feel that way. But how about you, Katie?
Well, I believe my in a healthy relationship. And from my experience in being married so long, you learn a lot of stuff. You learn a lot of selflessness. You learn that you have to share effective communication, as Black Rose was saying. The biggest thing for us that keeps us together so long is just teamwork, open communication, and the double S, saying sorry. You have to be
Okay.
able to say sorry. You
Thanks.
have to be able to commit, and you have to be able to admit when you're wrong. And you
Okay.
have to have forgiveness. If you hold it in and you're not able to forgive and you're not able to admit when you're wrong, you're going to eventually bump heads. You're going to
Mm.
tell. Another thing is you have to have a relationship that's 50-50. You have to have your relationship to be more like a partnership, where both opinions are pretty valuable. And you have to respect both opinions and respect each other.
True.
One of the biggest things I like to do, to just, as far as Black Rose was saying about being able to check on each other and to make sure we're okay. One of the things I do is I'm right at the door when my husband comes in from work, and I greet him with a kiss every
Okay.
day. He comes in 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning from work. I open that door and I give a big old kiss, a big old hug, and the same when we leave. We give a kiss and we say, "I love you." That's the two biggest things that it just makes you feel better. It makes your day feel better to know that you have somebody waiting home that loves you, and, that appreciates you.
Okay. All right. Now I don't give him a big hug and kiss when he come home from work, but sometimes I might be in the kitchen cooking him up a little something, something, but definitely not at the door waiting for him. No, the cat
Yes.
does that, but I'm not doing it. And maybe
That
that's why
man,
I ain't married.
you better give that
But
man a big.
you said something that's so big about 50-50. So there's this thing going around, guys. I know a lot of people might have seen it, or maybe you haven't. But there's a thing where it says, it's several ones. I'm going to give you one where is the should the when it comes to paying bills, you know, should the man pay all the bills? Should he pay half? Should he pay 60% or whatever? Me, in my personal opinion, I can put my life out there. But right now, my boyfriend takes care of the bills. He takes care of everything. I do everything else. I take care of the food, the miscellaneous items that need to go in the house, such as toilet paper and cleaning supplies and things like that. But at the end of the day, I we have an agreement that okay, if we move into a home or purchase a home together, we're gonna do half. I'm cool with doing half. Your phone died.
So I also agree. I agree with Black Rose that that's still considered 50-50 in a way. Um, because I feel like you're still bringing something to the table. I mean, he has to work, and like my husband, he is pretty hungry when he comes home from work. Um, so that is part of that's still being part of 50-50, because you don't want the man to go to work hungry. You don't want the man to come home and have to fix his own meal after he's been working, for a 8-hour shift, for 10-hour shift, for 12-hour shift. Um, I would also say, I do some of the same things as well. But 50-50 to me, uh, kind of, I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of on both sides, as Black Rose was stating. So, sometimes 50-50, as far as 50-50 goes, sometimes I would say it's uh, sharing like on all the bills, on the mortgage, on the car notes, and not, sitting down with a calculator and trying to calculate how much I spend versus how
Wait a
much
minute.
he. Also, um, just taking turns to clean the house, taking turns to um, just make sure the food is in the house. We take turns cooking dinner for the family. And I really think that's a good thing, because it's part of sharing family time. It's part of being there and being a family. I find that when we're in the kitchen, when we're cooking, me and my husband are communicating. We're talking about our days, because we interacting with each other. The kids love it when the kids come down and they see that mommy and daddy is in the kitchen, and they come down and they're laughing and they're playing and they're joking, and they love it. They love interacting and seeing their parents interact together. And uh they it kind of shows them how a marriage and a relationship, and it shows them how you want them to grow up and be respectful, towards each other. It also shows, um how you want to be treated, how you want to treat, and how you should treat your significant other. I would also say, as far as the kids are concerned, I have 3 boys, so it teaches boys how to be men. I have a daughter, so it teaches my daughter to always expect a man to give them respect. And I would
Okay.
say that, yeah, pretty much I can say that 50-50, as Black Rose said, 50-50, it can be two sides to 50-50. It doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't necessarily mean, splitting the bills in half. It comes with a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Black Rose.
Okay. Okay. I feel like that's true. But ultimately, like I say to on all these posts when I see them, do what works for you. Do what makes your relationship tick. Do what you and your partner decided to do well before y'all committed to each other. Because there's a time where I know you sat and you talked about what you wanted and what that person wanted. So do what makes you and your partner feel comfortable. At the end of the day, of course outside forces will have their opinion and everything like that, but do what make your relationship tick. Do what makes your relationship keep going and what make y'all happy at the end of the day. And with that being said, let's get into relationships. Now we talking about it. This whole Kelly Price situation, when she's missing or quote unquote missing, none of her family has heard from her. Her children, her sisters, no one. Only her significant other, I believe. And she's apparently was battling COVID-19 and went into the hospital. I don't know if she discharged herself or what happened, but um, I guess when her family went to go check on her, she was nowhere to be found. From my understanding, the boyfriend has not power of attorney, but he has health proxy over her, meaning he makes the decisions when it comes to her health, other than her children. They're not married, but that's her boyfriend. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Me personally, um, I wouldn't give my boyfriend the choice to make my health decisions over my children, because my kid came before him and my
Right.
kid knows me better. He knows what I want. So if we're not married, I'm not going to give you that authority just yet. But however, I want to know how long they've been together. Were they together before she decided to make that happen? Because if it was a few months or a few years, I know people that's been together 20 years, boyfriend and girlfriend, and they don't even have she ain't even on his policy, or he ain't on hers, on her life insurance policy, or he ain't even on my health insurance. So it's such a touchy situation. But some people get into these relationships so fast, and it's just like everything just, especially celebrities, to me. Celebrities get in these relationships so quick and it'll be over so fast. But how do you feel about it, Kay?
I feel as far as the Kelly Price situation, I feel like it's some shade going on. From what I'm reading,
Oh,
so
not shade.
it is. Why? My question is in the back of my head is, why is the lawyer the only person that's speaking on her disappearance, or why she's not called?
Yeah, that's deep.
Have you ever heard
Her
of?
sister,
She don't have to be.
I believe her sister is speaking out on it as well. But I
Yeah,
don't think the sister has as much information as the attorney or the boyfriend, as far as Kelly, how she's doing, how she's coping, and things of that nature.
but it's still, you heard of FaceTime? FaceTime. You can at least FaceTime your family. The authorities are even looking for, at least call,
Yeah, she's not even FaceTiming.
authorities to let them know. It's just it's some stuff going on, and we just need to get to the bottom of it. It's no way that you need that
Right,
a long time, even with COVID. Most people that end up, with COVID or testing positive, they want their family around. They want to get out and
right.
they want to get out, and they want to get well as quick as possible so that they can see and talk to their family. And I think more will
Hmm.
come out of this story later on. What you think, Black Rose?
I think a lot will come out. I hope she's okay, first of all, because no one has heard her voice in a physical sense other than the attorney and the boyfriend. So my thing is, if they worried about her, why can't y'all talk to her? And I don't care if it's the sisters or nobody, her children. These are her kids, meaning they came way before you did. You just a boyfriend. Like, why can't her kids talk to her? Like, I need to verbally hear your voice. I need to hear it. Like, I need to know that you're okay. I need that to come from your mouth, not his, not your attorney, not through some text message. And I think that's where a lot of things happen, because, people are not keeping track of loved ones. They're not keeping track of where this person is or what's going on with this person.
I keep it.
Look at the guy Jelani when he went missing. His mother was like, "Wait a minute, this not my son." And then y'all found his car on the side of the road somewhere. It was just a lot to his story as well. And wait a minute, it just I feel like even with Gabby's situation, with her boyfriend, him and her going hiking, and then
Absolutely, just feeling like, yeah, with that Gabby situation, that was crazy. Um, and I feel like the boyfriend, oh my God, just a stupidity. I feel like you really came home by yourself and didn't think that anybody was going to realize, or that anybody was going to be suspicious of you returning home by yourself in that girl's van. Seriously though, like what are you thinking? And I just don't feel like this still goes towards those toxic relationships. I don't think that anything is that bad. I don't think there's any relationship that should get to that point. I feel like when we are in those type of relationships, the biggest thing for me is, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to speak to your loved ones. I know most people don't want to speak to their loved ones because they don't want to be judged. They don't want to, their family to judge their significant other. But don't be afraid to reach out and don't be afraid to speak to your loved ones about things that are going on. It seems like from reading, the news lines and the headlines about that situation with Gabby, it seems like she may have been pretty close with her mom. Um, so I just really don't understand why, why she wouldn't have, try to reach out to her mom and try to at least say, hey, things aren't going great. That would at least give her mom a heads up of, to watch out, to send somebody out there, to do a wellness check while she was out traveling. Just the biggest thing with these toxic relationships and this domestic violence and things like that, communicate with your relatives. Like Black Rose said, communicate with your relatives. Find somebody you real close with. It doesn't have to be your parents. Hey, sometimes I don't like to, speak on my marriage or my relationship with my mother. And me and my mom are really, really close. Sometimes you may have that cousin that is gonna, give you advice or it's gonna help you out. And even if they don't help you out and you just want them to listen, at least you have one person that knows exactly what's going on. You have one person that that knows, so they can give more detail in the event that a situation like that occurs with that poor girl Gabby. That was just a really, really, really sad story. And I really do, send my prayers out to her family. you know I even send my prayers out to his family, for all of the things that they have to go through, being as though, it's their son, the way that they feel, because they may not have known, what their son was capable of, or, what type of person he is away from them. So my heart goes out to them too, because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that he may not have been raised that way. He may not have been raised that way, but people grow up, people change. You can only do but so much as a parent. I do understand that, and being a parent for myself, I really understand that there's only so much you can do, and it's up to your child to make the right decision. What do you say about that, Black Rose?
Um, as far as it comes to like come down to your, I feel like you know your kid. You know whether at the end of the day, your kid knows you.
Read the comment.
We have a commenter, Jedediah said, honestly, I blame the people in her circle because they clearly all saw that she was in a toxic situation. Clearly they all saw that she was in a toxic situation. Like you knew something was going on. And I heard stories about she was being abusive to him, and whoever was abusive to whoever, it still did not, it still was not okay for them to just, I feel like they should have told her, no, don't go on this trip, because anything could have happened. And something did happen, unfortunately. And her family also, like, his family blamed her a lot. They did a lot of victim blaming. That's what I don't like in situations like that. Like, yeah, women can be toxic and women can be aggressive, but at the same time, don't blame the victim for it. Because even if she got physical with him, he's still a man. Like, at the end of the day, you're a man. You don't. He what?
He can walk. You can walk away.
You can walk away. You can walk away. You have that option to walk away. And I don't know what. And what's throwing me off too about this situation was I knew he did something to her, because he came back and she didn't.
I said.
Where was she at? Where was she at?
And what did you think he was gonna do?
Which is right, and his parents done shipped him off to God knows where, and I ain't no telling where he at now. I don't even think they found him yet. They still looking for him. But it's like everybody's joining the search, by the way, to look for this man. I saw on a report earlier that Dog the Bounty Hunter was looking for him and stuff. So it was like he
Oh,
joined the search to find Brian
right,
because everybody want to know why you do it, Brian.
right.
I believe that Brian is probably either somewhere in another country or Brian probably killed himself 9 times out of 10. He could have killed himself. So, but a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I seen him in Colorado. I seen him in Florida. I seen him here." Like everybody swear they seen him somewhere.
Well, stop him.
But
Stop him.
I'm not stopping him. He killed her. What he gonna do to me? Nah. I just think that when it comes down to toxic relationships and you in a relationship, make sure that your family has all contact with you. Make sure that somebody somewhere knows where you are, knows what's going on. Share your location. Share your location with somebody that you trust. You don't have to share your location with your whole family because some people are nosy.
Yep.
But share your location with somebody that you trust, somebody that gonna be like, wait, man, I ain't heard from Kay in a couple days. Let me see what's going on. I ain't heard from Black in a couple days. Let me see what's going on. So when it comes down to that, and you are in a relationship, I don't care how secretive you are about it. Let someone know something. Let somebody know that you are safe, that you're okay, that everything is fine. Let them hear your voice most importantly, because somebody can grab your phone and text anything. Somebody can be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the shower." Anybody can text that and say that. Make sure that you give these people a call. Give your loved ones a call. Whether it's your favorite child, your favorite daughter, your favorite son, your favorite sister, your favorite aunt, anybody, give them a call. Let them know that you are okay. Give them the verbal what am I trying to say? Let them know verbally. Let them hear your voice in the sense to know. Let them know that, okay, yeah, I actually heard her voice. She actually called me or she FaceTimed me, so I know she's fine. Do that. As far as Kelly Price is concerned, I hope that she takes this and sees that her family really cares, because maybe she felt alone. Maybe she felt like her family didn't care. I don't know what her situation may have been, but make sure that somebody knows. And I hope she sees this and says, "You know what? Let me call these people. Let me call my kids at least. If you don't call anybody else, call your children. These are people that you birthed. Call your kids. Call your kids." Any last little remark on that, Kay?
No, you summed it up. You said it all, hon.
Call your kids.
Call
Call somebody, and let them know that you're okay, because that's the biggest thing in most relationships and friendships, is hearing somebody's voice and letting them say, "You know what, I'm okay." Even if you might not feel okay, but hey, I'm fine. Everything is okay. Or wink your eye or something. Let somebody know what's going on. Let somebody know, like, hey,
your eye.
it ain't safe, but, give them that utmost respect enough to do that. Right now, we're going to see if we can take a little break. We're going to take a little commercial break, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you for tuning in to the pilot show of I.Am.She podcast. We thank you to all the viewers, anybody who's commented. We thank you. We're going to take a short break and be right back in a few minutes. Don't lose your seat. Share this live. Send it to someone you may know, your sister, your cousin, anybody who you might like. Here, listen to BlackRose Kay talk. Y'all know me as Crystal, but send it to somebody. Share with anybody, you guys. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys tuning in right now. We'll be back with more of I.Am.She podcast. See you in a few.
Thank you.
If loving you is just a dream, then let me rest forever. It's just me and you and right now, baby. Will you be the one? Will you be the one? Will you be the one to take my heart away?
stuck between my grandmother's life and my own nightmare.
Blood in my pink panties. Pink blood on my sheets.
He crumbled me into pieces.
That wasn't no way to treat no wife, even if I was like carpet.
I wanted to be loved.
All kinds of shoes got to walk on a woman's chest. Boots, dress shoes, sneakers, cleats too. There was hardly no more love left in me. I was married to him too long.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back to I.Am.She podcast. If you guys would like to be a sponsor or sponsor us or get your ad or something ran on the show, you're feel more than welcome to DM us. You can DM myself, or you can DM KD, or you can hit us up on social media on our social media pages in our DMs, or you can get the information about being a sponsor. You can also email me personally at chrisjalen@yahoo.com. Or you can do I.Am.She@gmail.com if you want to use the business email as well. So to piggyback off of the Kelly Price topic, she was battling COVID, so that's why she went missing, I guess. But we're gonna talk about dealing with our mental health crisis. Dealing with your mental health during COVID-19. I know that this whole pandemic is not over yet, but we're going through a lot. A lot of people are losing their jobs, their homes, their vehicles. A lot of people lost loved ones. A lot of people has definitely been through a lot this past year, almost 2 years going on. We are seeing a lot of people coming up dealing with depression. We're seeing a lot of people dealing with issues that they never really had to deal with before, because you're now relying on the government to help you. And some of these states are not really throwing out these funds as they should be, or giving out money to help these people, these citizens of the United States, to get them back into essentially their working and things of that nature. I know a lot of jobs are hiring, but y'all ain't calling nobody back and y'all being picky about who y'all want to hire. So a lot of people, and then you got people who are working for way less than what they were getting before the pandemic. So we're going to talk about your how to deal with your mental health and 5 ways that you can use, or 5 different things you can use as self-care treatments for yourself during this COVID-19 pandemic. Anything you want to piggyback off of? Okay.
I would just say, like you said, just find ways to, you can find a lot of different ways to just deal with, COVID, staying at home. Um, I mean, you can, and I feel like the biggest thing as far as mental health during COVID, is also family time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing within your household. It's a little
Right.
difficult because you don't get to see all of your loved ones, but just family
Mm-hmm.
time within your household. I think that is really helping America overall, because at this day and age, everybody is about texting on their phones, watching TV, playing
Mm-hmm.
video games. So in a way, even though COVID is a bad thing, I feel like it's helping to build that family time that we had when we were younger.
Okay. Yeah, so I also believe that too. There's a lot of things now out that I didn't even know anything about, like Zoom. Apparently, Zoom been out for years, but now that it's getting popping because a lot of people are doing video conferences, a lot
Yep.
of people are working from home, a lot of people are doing, you know, virtual meetings, a lot of virtual learning, all of that is right on Zoom. So it's more to it than just FaceTime. And you can, hey, we can having popcorn night or movie night, and we're gonna do it right on Zoom. I know that the streaming, it's like streaming networks, they have different types of things that you can do with your family, like, or you can share, or y'all can watch the same movie while y'all on the phone. Y'all could do different things. There's different ways that you could go about this. So I'm gonna share 5 self-care tips that you can use during this COVID-19 pandemic to help with your mental health. um, no particular order, but the first one was find a connection through spirituality, whatever your spirituality may be. It could be crystals, it could be reading your Bible, it could be whoever you choose to worship, whatever your terms of spirituality is, however you define spirituality. Uh, find a connection through that, get in deeper with that per se. Try to figure out what divine order you believe in, whatever you choose to do. Find a connection through that. Get deeper into your spirituality. Connect more with yourself and other people as well. You could do that also right on your phone. Another one is, my favorite thing to do is listen to music or talk to a loved one. My favorite thing is listening to music. I have now come to listen to different artists and different genres of music. So I like to, and music make me feel better. My boyfriend oftentimes be like, "Well, why you always gotta blast it?" Because it makes me feel good. I can't sing anyway, so I gotta blast my music to help me feel a little bit better about what's going on. You
Yes.
know, and you don't always have to listen to gospel to get you through a rough time, because gospel had you somewhere ready to cry in a corner. But listen to some R&B, listen to some jazz. Jazz is kind of like a more, jazz is an upbeat feel. For me, my favorite type is house music. I love, 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 love house music. I can listen to it all day long, and my boyfriend hates it. But I love house music. House music just gives you it gives me that good feel, that good vibe. It's just like the good energy that you feel when you listen to house music. You just get the rocking. And it's like, dang, before you know it, you be like, what was I mad about? What was I upset about? So listen to some good music, whatever makes you feel good. Another one is work out.
Work out.
A lot of us during this pandemic has gained weight. Me being one, a lot of pounds. Work out. Take a walk around your block. And even if it's up the street and back, work out. Get you some exercise and little videos on YouTube. Find you a little step. At one point, me and my old co-workers, shout out to Jedediah and Netta, we was working out on the phone on FaceTime together. We got some YouTube videos, found us some meal plans, and we worked it out before the gym was actually opening back up. Find you a good workout plan. Get you a good workout partner. Walk around the lake before it get too cold outside. Walk around your neighborhood. Take a walk downtown. Anywhere. Just take a walk. Work yourself out. Another one was I made this one up. So I made this one up. I said, develop a new hobby or refresh your old hobby. Develop a new hobby or refresh your old hobby. And by that, I mean, find something you like to do. What do you like to do? I know through this pandemic, um, my boyfriend picked up fishing. He went fishing when he was younger, but now he's a fishing expert. If you ask him, he loves to go fishing. He will go fishing 7 days, 8 days a week if it was 8 days in a week. But he loves to go fishing. Find you a hobby that you like to do. For me, I like doing puzzles. So I started doing puzzles every day. I would order puzzles and what you doing? I'm putting together this puzzle, babe. 500 pieces, 100, whatever your nick is. Crochet, anything. Find something that you like to do. Reevaluate yourself and say, what did I like to do that I would like to pick back up? Or what is something that I like to do that I want to research about and get into it? You never know what creativity lies inside of you unless you pick up something. Pick up something and do it. Find you a hobby, develop a hobby, or refresh your old one. And last but not least, try to escape from your thoughts. And by that I mean find something to get your mind off of the things that's going on. Find something to take your mind off of negativity. Like I said, if you got to take a walk, if you got to listen to some music, if you got to exercise, whatever you got to do to get your mind to escape from your thoughts. Read a book, binge watch a TV show. Everybody's watching what's a show everybody's watching? Clickbait. Binge watch a TV show. Binge watch something or do something that will develop you and help you in the long run because eventually, we don't know when, eventually we'll go back to everything being normal. So I see a lot of stuff is opening and people are still, we still doing stuff on a little mandate, but still eventually things will open back up and your hobbies or whatever you may like to do will have some type of upcoming events. Find some upcoming events in your neighborhood to go to. Find something that you like to do. There's tons and tons of free events in the city that you can look for. You could just get the little what's the little Baltimore page? You can get city paper if they still around. Oh, they not around no more? Oh dang, I don't know. What's the paper then? The B boy? No, not the Sun. It's just the B something.
Be mad or be more mad.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the name of it. I ain't picked up a newspaper forever. But get on Facebook and go on Eventbrite and look on there and find you some free stuff to do. You don't have to pay for everything. Shoot, walk around your neighborhood. Walk anywhere. You'll find some free stuff. Anything you want to contribute to.
Trail walk. Do a hike.
Go hiking. Go hiking. I know we were looking at going camping. Go camping. Go hiking, do something to make you feel better about yourself during this pandemic because one thing's for sure and two things for certain. If your mental health is not right, you're not right. You're not right at all. If your mental health is out of whack, trust and believe you're going to be out of whack sooner than later because your mental health is what keeps you going. It's the transmission to your car. It keeps you pushing. You don't even have to take medication. Some people have medications for certain disorders, but when we think about mental health, a lot of people are like, I ain't crazy. I ain't this. It's not even about being crazy. It's about, is your mind right? How is your mind? How is your mental? What is going on in your head? And if you thinking about depression and all of these things, you got to say, you know what? Let me take a step back. I ain't never dealt with this before, but let me see what I can do. Let me try to find something to work this out. Talk to somebody, anybody. Like I said, once again, talk to somebody you trust. Talk to somebody that you know is going to be like, wait a minute, girl. We not dealing with that. Let's take a walk. I'm finna come get you. Or I'm on my way to your house or whatever. We're gonna do something together. Anything else, Kay?
Yeah, I just want to add on something a lot of people probably don't think about that can be good as far as your mental health as well. And I really didn't know until I spoke to my doctor. Hydration. Drink plenty of water.
Drink some water.
Plenty
Mm-hmm.
of water. It really
Mm-hmm.
it really clears your mind. It just gets you more focused and to be,
Mm-hmm.
rated. I mean, it just really does. You'll notice the difference. I wasn't a water
You'll notice the difference.
I wasn't a water person. I used to tell people my body is allergic to water, but it's
I'm
a big,
scared of you.
really a
Oh. Ooh.
it big difference. Another, what Black Rose was saying as far as exercising. One of the biggest things for me, that allows me to, or that I like to do, to just care, self care for myself is I do a home spa. I go out to the store,
Okay.
I buy, the little face mask,
The face mask. Uh-huh.
cucumber things that you lay on your eye.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Take a nice bubble bath with some lavender. I do,
Yes.
cleansing, even washing your hair. Just pamper
Wash your
yourself.
hair. Pamper
Pamper
yourself. Yeah.
yourself. It feels so much better. Give yourself a pedicure. I mean, if things are open, I've seen on Facebook, on Instagram, on social media, people have came up with a lot of different ways to,
Yeah.
make things that have been normal and have been taken away from them to make them normal again.
Right. Right.
Another thing is I've noticed that, and I've talked to quite a few of my coworkers while they were
Mm-hmm.
out, during the pandemic. They took up new trades. Like one of the physicians that I worked with, while she was out out during COVID, she actually took an online class for real estate.
Okay, nice, nice, nice.
So people are finding ways, and there's plenty of things that you can do where you don't have to necessarily,
Plenty,
know,
plenty,
be around
plenty of things you could do. Yeah. A lot of things it don't cost a lot of money either. And I know a lot of people issues is, income right now. A lot of people are not financially in the position that they were before the pandemic. So a lot of these things it doesn't cost a lot of money to do. You can go to um Target and they have like a $5 section, or you can go to Five Below. They have really nice good things at Five Below, like face masks and things of that nature that you can do that's very, very, very low in cost. You can go, like I said, Target has a little $5 section where you can go get some little face masks and stuff like that. A lot of people might not know this, but the Dollar Tree has a lot of good little knickknacks that you can go and get from them as well. A lot of these things doesn't cost hundreds of dollars to do. You can do for some of these things for less than $20. If if money is the issue right now, if that is the problem right now, then you can go to these local stores and get some of these things. A lot of people that I saw during this pandemic too has been making like body butters and lotions and stuff of that nature. And some of it with items that are right in your home that you can use, bath bombs and things of that nature. People are making that stuff from items that's already in their house. It takes nothing to lay back and hey, listen, I need a glass of wine and a bubble bath. Do that. Do what makes you feel. A lot of people have been mixing drinks and things of that nature. They've been doing a lot of stuff this pandemic. One thing I know about our people, black people, that is, we get creative. We are very creative people. We know how to make something out of nothing, and we can do it very well too. It's awesome to see a lot of black people being out of their element and being kind of, some people were forced to figure out what to do, forced to figure something out for themselves and their family. Write a book. And I don't know, a lot of people got a lot of ideas. It might not be a good book, but write a book. Somebody can help you. Write you a book or something, write you a poem, anything, do something. Do something to help you get out of that funk. A lot of people, I seen a girl who started doing food critic. She was a food critic. She started going to these different restaurants and critiquing their food. And we're going to transition to this topic about the food, honey. It's about the maggots in the food for me. Check your food before you eat it. I want to know, why is there maggots in y'all food now? There has been a lot of two incidences that happened within the city where people went to two separate restaurants. It was two different people went to two separate restaurants here, two very well-known places here in the city to order food, and they had maggots in their food. And I'm like, well, what are y'all checking for? Like, not only just the person, but the actual establishment. What are you doing to make sure or ensure that these people, that your food is of good quality, that your food is good, that I want to share? Me personally, I'm not a fan. I've never been, so I can't say if her food is good or not. But and I can speak for Moe's. I've been to Moe's before. They food I mean, but I ain't never really been. But Mrs. Carter's Kitchen, I heard your food was good for some people it's not. But what did you do to help ensure the safety of your patrons? I want my food to be safe to eat at the end of the day. I don't want it to upset your stomach or make you sick or nothing like that. So the maggots in the food for me is a no. I can't do that. And a lot of people are like, I'm gonna take this opportunity to showboat because you giving me more business. But yeah, more business ain't all business ain't good business. All business ain't business that you need. So, while you might have 50 people that's happy, you still got maybe another 50 that is not satisfied with your cooking. And because those 50 people are not somebody that's popular, you want to, oh, their opinion means nothing to me because by them 50 talking about me, 50 more coming. Okay, but yeah, 50 more going to also say that your food is nasty. As far as Moe's, I'm really not a big fan of Moe's. We have a comment from the Artist Exchange. She says, I'm on the fence. Why hasn't anyone else won out? Why hasn't anyone else come out? I want to know that too. Like, was it just the turkey wings that day that was nasty? Like what's up with the maggots? Like, was it just did anybody else order turkey wings that day? Well, was it just that turkey wing that had a maggot? I'm on the fence about it too. I don't know if, a lot of people are saying, oh, I could see if it was more than one person, but it was just one person that came out and said the food for her particular order had maggots in it. What about anybody else's order? Did nobody else for that day has come out? And the same thing with Moe's, because the one girl the one person had like a baked potato, and the baked potato had maggots in it. Like, and I don't know, like, or is there other people who's dealing with this as well? Like, what's going on? Anything you want to contribute, Carrie?
Here's my question. How are you handing out and serving food and you don't see these maggots walking around, crawling around on these?
You don't see these maggots crawling in my food. What's going on?
Didn't you have to
What's happening? That's what I'm saying. Like, did anybody else experience this for that day? Nobody else has come out and spoken about it. So what's going on with the maggot situation? Like, I really have questions.
Was it just about getting?
Was that one? Was it just that one order? Was he trying to get rich quick scheme? But here's what I don't like about it, and this is me personally. Moe's has not spoken out. Moe's said nothing. No one from Moe's came forward, and Moe's owns several businesses in Baltimore and the surrounding counties of Baltimore. Here's the problem that I have with Mrs. Carter's Kitchen. You get on social media and you showboat. I don't like that. You have two locations, man. One is in the hood, the other one is downtown. The one in the hood is next to an abandoned building. Let's get that correct. The second one is downtown, right where, right before you get to Lexington Market. Not an ideal location, kind of okay. But here's the thing I don't like about Baltimore City entrepreneurs and business owners such as herself. When you have something negative come out about you, you don't have to respond to everything. If you and that person had a conversation, fine, leave it at that. But when you get on social media and you start to, because you got my views popping, I'm doing promos because my views popping, that makes me look at you in a different light. That makes me look at you like, well, what was your end game here? Like, like most people will defend their business as you should and keep it pushing. But I'm not going to capitalize off of how someone made me feel. And Jedediah said if she handled it professionally, there wouldn't be too much. That's exactly right, Jedediah. If she would have handled it in a professional manner, there wouldn't be an issue. You got on Instagram, social media, and you capitalized off of something that made your business negative. The same person that did that, and to this day, I don't support her, Starfaces. She did that when it came out about her eyebrow situation and the girl had the bacteria infection. Now, here's the kicker about her. More than one person came forward about her foolishness, but she also capitalized off of the negativity. This is what I don't understand about the city that we live in. We like negativity here. We love drama. We love drama in the city. We love it. And it's like she made a song about it. She went on Instagram. Oh, we still posted up. Like, it was just like, what? And people were like, I ain't never had it. More than one person more than one person had an issue with Star Faces. More than one person. Now, Mrs. Carter's Kitchen, I haven't heard like nothing about the Meg before that. The Megan situation, I haven't heard anything other than her food was sometimes nasty or salty. Never had it, but my boyfriend goes to bat for it. It's like he got a share in her company or something. Like you must think he worked for her or help her or something. But I've never had her food. But every time I go downtown, she got a line off the butt. The one up on Emerson Avenue, I never really paid attention to it, but I do know it's in the ghetto and it's by the damn abandoned buildings. But as far as as far as capitalizing off of people's pain, that's what it is. You're capitalizing off of other people's pain. Whether that girl put them in there on purpose, whatever, we will never know the truth. However, I have a problem with these businesses that are capitalizing off of your customers' pain. It is so, 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 so unprofessional to do. To me, handle it in a professional way. If you wanted to get your lawyers involved, get your lawyers involved, fine. But all of that going on social media and showboating and oh, look at you got my views going up for the day. Da, da, da. Same thing happened when she got Lamar sick last year during the playoffs, and you had that man all sick and stuff. She did the same thing. It was kind of like the same thing. You did the same thing then. So I don't support those type of I don't support those type of businesses, and I'm pretty sure she don't care that I don't support her because my little old self ain't nobody compared to the other people that are behind me that do support you. So I don't like it. Go ahead.
I just feel like correct your wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
bring the customer back and correct whatever mistake was made by you
Mm-hmm.
employee to get that
Right.
positive feedback. Don't just
Right.
throw it in their face like you said. Don't capitalize on it. You don't need to throw it in their face. Just apologize, accept your wrong.
Just apologize. Just apologize. My thing was, like you said, bring her back. How was she allowed to leave out of that building? Or even if she came back in, how was she still allowed to go make a video about the food? You should have been like, give me that back. You get a free meal. I'm gonna give your money back and give you a free meal. You get what I'm saying? Like what transpired? Like what happened? Like I don't understand it. But that arrogantness about the business. Like I said, Mose said nothing. The owner, whoever, the manager, nobody said anything. We're gonna let you post your little video, sweetie. That's fine. But she came out and she was so defensive. She's always defensive when it comes down to somebody saying her food nasty. You done gave somebody the runs, or I got maggots, whatever the case may be. She's so defensive. But I ain't never going in. I ain't never been there. Don't plan on going. But it's just like, I got a problem with that. Why was she allowed? How did she film that? Like, I'm just on the fence about it. I'm just on the fence. But we're gonna take a break. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. And we thank you guys for coming on today, listening to our pilot show about the podcast. We thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll keep this posted on our social media pages, our personal social media, and as well as the I.Am.She podcast social media page. Once again, if anybody would like to be a sponsor or like to put an advertisement up onto the show, just DM myself or Kay, or you can send us an email at IamShe@gmail.com. That's IAMSHE at gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Kay, is there anything you want to say?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for giving us the opportunity, to get an audience and allow us to speak, to,
Mm-hmm.
give our opinion on everything that, most people don't have a voice to voice their opinion. Thank you guys.
Right. And if you have anything that you want to say to us personally, anything that we can improve on, be sure to DM us as well. I'm very open to criticism. You can follow me at Black Roses _85 on Instagram. Kay, what's your Instagram?
It's boss_lady on Instagram.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the rest of your beautiful Sunday.
Thank
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.